Good day, and welcome to Mr. Payne Games, where I attempt to game your English class. That's a pun, by the way. See, because the word game could mean to make something easier, or it could be something that one plays, and I'm doing both here. I don't like to brag or anything, but I think that's pretty clever. Nice job, MPG. Pat yourself on the back. Now, let's get to the good stuff, what you're really here for. You should know first, though, that these summaries I'll give you, they're no replacement for actually reading the book. You're still on the hook for knowing the details in case your teacher does reading quizzes or something like I do. However, I truly believe that if you know what you're about to read, you can understand it better as things come up. And I hope that's how you'll use these guides. Okay, so chapter 1 of To Kill a Mockingbird is like a lot of other stories. In chapter 1, we meet the main characters Scout, Jim, Bill, Calpurnia, Medicus, and sort of Boo. That list is in no particular order, by the way, that's just the way they came to mind. You'll want to know about these characters, whether they're male or female, black or white, old or young, those kinds of things. Let me ask you a question. Are you the type of person who's interested in your family's history? Some people are, right? They make family trees and can trace their family lineage back for generations, often to countries of origin and things like that. Scout tells us some of that information about her family in the first couple of pages. Here's why it's important. There are a lot of people who are convinced that your last name determines what kind of person you are and what your future holds. That's something to look out for in this book. We want to think about what makes people good or bad, if you believe it's that simple. Why some people are successful and others aren't? Why do some people live in poverty while others have more financial resources? In some movies, books, and yes, even video games, we see characters whose family live in poverty, have a history of criminal activity, or maybe there's generational trauma. And these characters will usually do one of two things. They'll give up before they ever start, figure they'll never be anything but a whatever their last name is and means, or they may strive to break out of the family history and live on their own terms. I believe that stories are a mirror for reality, and I've seen this happen in the real world too. And here's another way that this concept is important. If someone has the quote, right or wrong last name, members of their community may give them more or fewer chances. Sometimes, if the reputation is too bad, the community will give a person no chance at all. That should make you sad, I think, because I know that you know people like that. All of this stuff about family history, it's kind of an important theme in To Kill a Mockingbird. So keep it in mind as we go with Scout on this journey to discover who she is. As far as plot for Chapter 1 goes, we see the children play games mostly. They reenact stories that they've read or movies that they've seen. This activity entertains them for a while, but eventually gets kind of boring. One time, while they're playing, Jim tells Dill sort of a ghost story about Boo. Get it? See how it works? This ghost story, it sparks a flame of curiosity that just burns Dill up. He becomes desperate to see Boo in real life, and the kids begin to cook up schemes. At the end of the chapter, Jim shows Dill and Scout that he isn't afraid of Boo Radley, but it doesn't make Scout feel any better. You'll have to read to find out how Jim does this and why Scout doesn't feel any better afterward. Okay, that's chapter 1 in a nutshell. Now, enjoy the book as you read it. If you have questions, drop them in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe before you go. Seriously, it's free and easy to do, and it makes a huge difference to old Mr. Payne. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.